Chapter 7. Scarcity, the rule of the few. A man walked into a store with no intention of buying anything. A sign caught his eye, saying the item would be gone by tomorrow. Suddenly, the product felt important. He bought it without comparing options. Nothing about the item changed, only its availability. A woman browsing online ignored a product for weeks. The moment it showed only 2 left, her interest spiked. She imagined missing out. The fear of loss felt stronger than the desire to save money. At an auction, a painting received little attention at first. When bidders realized time was running out, competition exploded. The value rose rapidly. Urgency created desire where none existed before. A traveler hesitated to book a flight. When the website warned that seats were filling fast, hesitation vanished. The decision felt rushed but necessary. Scarcity turned delay into danger. A child ignored a toy until another child picked it up. Once the toy became unavailable, it became irresistible. Ownership mattered less than exclusivity. A limited edition shoe release caused long lines overnight. People wanted what others could not have. The rarity mattered more than comfort or price. A real estate buyer felt calm viewing many houses. When told another buyer was interested, anxiety appeared. The house suddenly felt perfect. Competition increased value. A restaurant removed an item from the menu. Customers asked for it more often after it disappeared. Loss created desire retroactively. A business offer felt optional until a deadline was announced. The ticking clock created pressure. Time became the persuader. A person valued freedom more when restrictions appeared. When choice narrowed, motivation increased. Scarcity sharpened focus. Each story follows the same rule. People want more of what they might lose. Availability signals importance. Rarity suggests value. Scarcity does not improve quality. It changes perception. This mechanism evolved to protect resources. In modern life, it is easily triggered. The chapter warns quietly. Urgency steals reflection. When time feels short, thinking feels expensive. Decisions become emotional. Awareness slows the process. When you notice scarcity, you regain space. Not everything rare is valuable. Not everything urgent is important. When you pause before reacting to loss, influence weakens, and choice returns. A young investor watched a stock for months without interest. When news spread that trading might be restricted, panic replaced patience. He bought at the peak, fearing the exclusion more than loss. Scarcity turned caution into urgency. During a hiring process, a company showed little enthusiasm for a candidate. When another firm made an offer, interest surged overnight. Suddenly, the same resume looked exceptional. Competition created value that skill alone had not. A couple toured apartments calmly until one landlord mentioned other viewers. Their questions multiplied and doubts vanished. They signed quickly, afraid the option would disappear. Fear of loss outweighed careful comparison. A charity struggled to attract donations for months. When it announced matching funds for one day only, giving spiked. The cause did not change. The deadline did. A university course sat half empty until enrollment was nearly closed. As the last seats vanished, demand exploded. Students wanted what time threatened to remove. A company announced a product discontinuation. Customers who ignored it for years rushed to buy. Scarcity created nostalgia and urgency at once. A government announced potential travel restrictions. Flights filled instantly, prices soared, and panic spread. The same routes had been available the day before. Loss made access precious. A negotiator remained firm until the other side threatened to walk away. Suddenly, concessions appeared. The possibility of losing the deal changed everything. A person valued privacy little until it was restricted. Rules awakened desire. Freedom mattered most when it was threatened. A team ignored a resource until budget cuts loomed. Once scarcity appeared, efficiency followed. Loss sharpened focus faster than abundance ever did. Each story reveals the same pattern. People react more strongly to losing than gaining. Scarcity magnifies emotion. Emotion accelerates decisions. The mind treats limited access as a warning signal. It urges immediate action, not reflection. This response once protected survival. Now, it is often exploited. The chapter does not deny scarcity's usefulness. It warns about false urgency. When everything feels limited, thinking collapses. When time feels short, mistakes grow. Awareness creates distance. Pausing breaks urgency's spell. Not every deadline matters. Not every loss is real. When you slow down in moments of pressure, influence weakens, and choice returns. A small town heard rumors that its only factory might shut down. Workers who once complained about the job suddenly worked overtime without pay. The work had not changed. The possibility of losing it had. A man delayed proposing for years, believing there was plenty of time. When his partner mentioned leaving, urgency appeared overnight. What felt optional became essential. Scarcity transformed hesitation into action. A government announced that water access would be limited during a drought. People who wasted water daily began storing it carefully. Rules succeeded where advice had failed. Loss made responsibility visible. A rare book sat untouched in a library for decades. When access was restricted, requests poured in. The book's value rose without its content changing. Restriction created demand. A company announced layoffs were coming, but did not specify when. Productivity surged immediately. Fear focused attention more sharply than incentives ever had. A child ignored a playground until told it would close permanently. Suddenly, every visit mattered. Time turned play into priority. A man considered quitting smoking casually for years. When told a surgery required stopping immediately, commitment followed. Risk made the choice real. A nation announced limits on foreign currency exchange. People rushed to convert money they had never planned to use. Access, not need, drove action. A teacher announced that only one student could earn a recommendation. Competition intensified overnight. Scarcity turned average effort into obsession. A relationship felt stable until silence replaced communication. The threat of loss revealed unspoken attachment. Value surfaced only when absence appeared. A company limited customer support hours. Complaints increased, but usage became more thoughtful. Abundance had invited carelessness. A collector ignored a painting until told it was the last of its kind. Rarity reframed desire. Ownership became identity. Each story shows the same force. Loss sharpens attention. Restriction fuels desire. Scarcity does not ask for permission. It triggers emotion instantly. The mind treats potential loss as danger. It demands action, not analysis. This response once protected survival. Now it often overrides wisdom. The chapter closes with a final reminder. Urgency is not always truth. Rarity is not always value. When pressure appears, pause. When time shrinks, slow down. Because the ability to wait is power. And when you resist false scarcity, influence breaks. Choice returns.